I'd like to welcome everyone to the MedSaver Direct Business Overview. My name's Paul Schneider, and what we're going to do today is just kind of walk through what MedSaver Direct is all about, how it works, and hopefully you'll have a really good understanding of this. You might be involved with MedSaver Direct already. You might be new to this. You might have just received a message from someone that had this link in it. So we're really talking to all of you about this. I'm going to go through some slides, and we're going to do a live presentation so you can see it all work. But basically, this is what the website looks like. And what MedSaver Direct is all about is a way to introduce you to really big savings on pharmaceuticals. We have a contract with 65,000 independent pharmacies plus all the major chains. And chances are in your neighborhood and in your hometown, we have a bunch of different pharmacies. And part of our free assessment of the system allows you to go look up things, check prices, look up local pharmacies and all that kind of stuff. So you don't need to be under some kind of pressure that someone says, hey, you got to sign up to look at this. You can do it all for free. So that's great. This is what the website looks like. It literally helps you find medications at the right price. It opens the door for tremendous savings, and you can help others do the same thing. You can help others save money and get a really compelling residual stream of income, and that's pretty important nowadays. So here's the well-known chains. There's more than this. This is all I put on one screen. Walmart, Target, Costco, Sam's, Rite Aid, Ralph's. When you go to the list and you look in your hometown with the free trial, which I'm going to encourage you to do at medsaverdirect.com, you can see there's thousands of pharmacies. So we have all the little independent stores like the old Rexall drug stores in your hometown now that are probably independently owned, but all those types of stores are typically part of this, plus you have the major chains. And of all those, of the 65,000 independents and the major chains, some are preferred and some are not preferred. And when you look them up in our little thing that I'm going to go to in a minute, you can see who's preferred. It's written in red. A preferred pharmacy like Walmart is preferred. So is Target. So is Costco. So is Sam's. Those are national preferred chains. You'll find their prices are better than the CVS's and the Wallgreens and so forth. But you can check them all. Okay, so it's important to have local coverage. So if you decide to use this service, you know, and people you want to share it with, you know they're going to have access to what they want, okay, and they can just go look it up. A lot of people say, well, that's great, Paul, but I want to know what the prices are compared to things I know about. Well, here's a price comparison. Here's Walmart, for instance, the price leader in the United States. And we all know Walmart, and you might not know this, has a list of about 200 to 400 different drugs where you pay just $4, okay, for them. Okay, and I want to show you how we compare to Walmart. Okay, so here's a 12-month supply of these different medications, and these are seven of the most highly prescribed medications in the United States of America. Okay, so somebody says, yeah, there's all kinds of discount cards. I can assure you this is not a discount card. This is a corporate formulary. A formulary is a list of medications that are specifically designed for a major Fortune 500 company. So this is a Fortune 500 formulary you've got here. And you're going to see it when I look here. Atorvastatin calcium is Lipitor. That's the generic of Lipitor, which is the highest prescribed anti-cholesterol or cholesterol-reducing drug in America. $830 a year from Walmart. $83 from MedSaver Direct. Okay, pretty cool. Annual savings, $747. I won't read all these, but you can see the different things here. Bottom line is, if you bought these at Walmart, 7 of the top prescribed drugs in the United States, it costs you $1,400 a year. Now, this is an annual supply of all of them. It says 12 months right here. With MedSaver Direct, 12 months, instead of paying $1,414, you would pay $285, a savings of $1,128, or 79%. That's huge. That's Walmart, okay? And you can go get our meds at Walmart. Remember, they're one of our anchor stores. They're one of our contracted stores. So you could go to the same Walmart store you're currently going to and get these. As a matter of fact, we did a conference call last night. A gentleman, Mike Anglin from Nashville, Tennessee, got on. He said, I went to my Walmart store to fill a prescription, and they said, well, you've been paying $79 for this. And he just got his MedSaver Direct card sent to him, so he is now in the membership plan we have. He said, okay, what am I going to pay now? So he was paying $79, and they said it's going to be $5.86, something might be a few cents off. That's a big change. That makes a difference. And he was already getting a good price at Walmart, okay? So it's a big deal. Whether you're insured or underinsured or you have a high deductible, it doesn't matter. You just go look it up and say, hey, my mom's got Medicare Part D and she's got United Healthcare Insurance and she's 85 years old. She looked it up and she said on 2 of my medications, you're not any better. The government program for those drugs, whatever it is, under her Medicare Part D. But she said on the others, you saved me about $110 a month. And she said, well, how much is this? And I said, well, for a family, this includes everybody, even if you have 10 kids, it's $7.95. Kind of a no-brainer to sign up. So I said, okay, Mom, time to sign up. She says, saves her $110. So you're actually putting money in their pocket that they wouldn't have, or Mike Anglin down in Nashville. Another slide here. I just wanted to show you this because everyone always asks, oh, do you know the owner and the founder of the company? I've known Larry Lallimandir, the founder and principal. He owns 100% of the company, so he is the principal. I've known him and Patty, his wife, for 17 years. I've eaten dinner at their house dozens of times. You name it. We've done it together. So he's a great guy. I love Patty, his wife, and as you can tell by the picture, Larry is a twin of Tom Selleck. Right there, you can tell. Just look at the picture. But let's go to his background. He was in management with 2 Fortune 500 companies. He built a successful publishing business that had 6 different publications. And some of these you've probably heard of in your communities because Larry was the first one to do it, like For Sale by Owner. He built that here. He was a manager with Southwestern Bell Yellow Pages, so he knew the industry. So he did a lot of things that were really pioneering in his field, and now we just take for granted that there's For Sale by Owner publications in all the cities. Well, guess what? The first one was here, Larry Lallimandir, and he got his background and experience at Southwestern Bell, a great training ground. But then he's had 30 years of network marketing experience. He's built huge network marketing downlines. It's not, it's one thing that an owner says, well, I'm the owner, I had the funds to start a business. It's another thing to say the person has actually done it, okay? He's consulted for network marketing companies. He's been the master distributor for 3 different network marketing companies, and he's been executive vice president. So he knows his way around a lot. Next slide. I have people that look at MedSaver Direct and they go, well, it's another one of those card deals like I get in the mail. No, it's not. This is a corporate formulary for a Fortune 500 company. And once again, I'll do the comparison like I did with Walmart. You've got 5 or 4 of the most highly prescribed drugs here in America. There's MedSaverCard.com. Don't confuse that with us. Pretty close in name. MedSaverCard.com, NACO.org. Okay, and we compare these drugs to our prices. We're saving people anywhere from 55% to 85% on this list off all these cards. I'd like to tell you something about one of these cards. One of them has 25 million subscribers. Okay, so if you decide to join MedSaver Direct, you've got something powerful. They have 25 million subscribers, and you can beat them by over 50%. Okay, so by the way, we'll share these slides with everybody that's involved in the business and obviously this recorded webinar. But let's go here. Here's another one. DBS discount card. They have millions of members. We're beating them across the board here. 72%, 73%, 91%, 80, 88%, 70%. This is a comparison May 2014. So this is right now, okay? And the reason we chose them is because they have millions of subscribers and they're very popular, okay? So we have a huge advantage over them. When you tell somebody says, well, it's just another discount card, well, you need to send them this little slideshow, okay? And you're welcome to distribute it freely, or just play the webinar for them. Recent testimonial. I like this. This person sent this to Barry Stallings, who's one of our top people in the company. In terms of as a consultant, he's reached the highest rank so far. Him and Don Vance out of Minnesota. Says, I received my MSD card in the mail yesterday. I just returned from my doctor's office. I decided to go over and do a true test. Since I was at a little mom and pop grocery store, Wimberley Pharmacy, I believe that's in Wimberley, Texas, was listed as a preferred pharmacy on our site, right across the street from the post office. So I proceeded across the street and asked about filling my prescription. This prescription at regular retail with no discount was going to set me back a little over $100. I walked into the pharmacy, handed the prescription card to my brand new prescription card just out of the envelope to the pharmacist and said, run this through your system for a price check. The pharmacist told me the medication was not generally covered by insurance, but he would see what it came up with. She ran it through in less than a minute. I had an answer. My $100 plus prescription cost me $8.75 with my MedSaver Direct card. I'm impressed. Anyone sitting on the fence needs to bail off now. That must be a Texas term. To bail off that fence, Beverly in Wimberley, Texas. So great testimonial, and we hear stuff like that all the time. So what I want to do is do a live demo. What have I got here? Oh, I don't need that. It just, before we do the live demo, why are our prices so good? People say, how are you able to do this? Our backbone provider that we have an exclusive agreement with does $500 million a year in purchasing. So they negotiate with pharmaceutical manufacturers and they negotiate with retailers, and they have their own mail order pharmacy. That's why we have all these contracts, because they're able to basically go in and make really good deals. That's it. There's no special thing about it. So, that's $500 million means you can strike a deal to get a lower cost on a number of items. We're not always cheaper. I'd say 80% of the time, for sure, we're cheaper. But there's 20% of the time where someone might have some insurance plan, or they might be a member of the Teamsters Union where they say it doesn't matter what it is, it's only $5 for your prescription. I know a gentleman, a friend of mine in Provo, Utah, he told me yesterday that he's on a plan where most of his prescriptions are only $2.50. That's great, So really, if you're looking at MedSaver joining the company to make that residual stream of income, you have to ask yourself this. Maybe you don't even take medications. I certainly don't, but my wife does. She takes 2 of them. And this saves us about $50 a month for her 2 medications. We have Aetna insurance, and they have kind of lousy prescription coverage. So when you question whether it's for you, it's not so much do you take medications. Is it a good business? Does it make sense? Well, 75% of all Americans in the last 6 months have taken a prescription drug. And prescription drug prices have risen 97% in the last 10 years. And there's the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, which basically doesn't cover a lot of people very well on prescription drugs. And then all the major insurance companies have cut way back on what they're offering. And then all the corporate plans have cut way back on their prescription coverage. And a lot of times, this is just a better alternative, okay? That's the premise behind everything I'm talking about. So we're going to go, we'll go to do a live demo here, okay? When you send someone to your site, it's important that they know how to use it. The very first thing you want to show them is go here where it says RX Price Check. And by doing this, they get to literally log into our backbone provider with a user ID and password, and they can look up their local pharmacy, and they can price the drug. They're going to need to know the strength, like if it's 500 milligrams of amoxicillin. They're going to need to know the dosage, how many pills, like I need 30, whatever. I'm going to log in here. I'm going to type in, it gives you instructions right there, by the way. It's a MedSaver. And it tells you what to put in as a password. Now, this is for free for everyone to look at, okay? They log in, and it tells them to look up a pharmacy. I'm going to check a drug price, okay? There's a quick links right here that says check drug price. And here we go, It says Lyrica, 25 milligrams. That was the one I did earlier. Let me clear what I have down here. I'm going to just start a new one. Someone called up and asked, how much does Lyrica cost? You have to know the dose. I can tell you that, though. Okay, so amoxicillin oral, okay? And there's generics and there's brands. So I'm just going to pick 500 milligrams, select, and I'm going to put in that I want 30 capsules. It doesn't matter. I'll say I'm going to take them over 10 days. Typically, you take 3 a day. So that'd be, it doesn't matter what number of days. It's really the quantity. So I'm going to check price. Oh, it says enter a pharmacy. Okay, so now you're going to see find a retail pharmacy. Now watch this. It gives you a radius of 2 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles, up to 100 miles. Or you can use the mail order pharmacy if you don't want to use that. Or you can just look for preferreds. But I'm going to pretend I'm just a first-time viewer. Stick in a zip code here. I live in St. Louis County. Look at this. Within 5 miles of my home. Look at that. All those drugstores. There's Wallgreens and CVS's. And here's a hometown drugstore that's been around since I've been a little kid. I click on it. There you go. And then I hit check drug price down here. And guess what it's going to do? It's going to go find the drug price. So 500 milligrams of Amoxil. 30 tablets is $3.60. Okay, so there you go. It's that easy. And you're going to encourage people to do just that. And maybe they don't take any medications, like I don't take a medication. By the way, I take amoxicillin once a year in the fall when I get sick with a real bad sore throat every year. I don't know why I get it, but I do. So I'm not a regular user, but my wife takes Nexium, and she takes nortriptyline, which keeps away migraine headaches. So it's important to get a good deal on those because she has to take them all the time. It's on a regular maintenance regimen. And if somebody doesn't want to go down to their local pharmacy, you can have them delivered right to your door with our mail order facility. Okay? And any scheduled drugs, ones that are restricted because they might have an analgesic mixed with a narcotic, like something with codeine, or it might be a sleep aid or whatever, you can pick them up all locally. There's other services out there. The problem is a lot of them you can't do a mail order thing. And by the way, we only deal with U.S. brick and mortar pharmacies. We don't deal with any offshore stuff. This is all contracted with brick and mortar U.S. pharmacies and our mail order facilities. So there's no Mickey Mouse with offshore drugs and you don't know what's in them. And by the way, they're illegal. I've had people say, why don't you just use a Canadian pharmacy? Well, first of all, it's illegal. Secondly, they buy most of their drugs in India, and I don't know what they're mixing up in the big pots over there, and I don't want to find out. I've heard stories about people getting liver disorders that they never got rid of and eventually passed away. In the news just in the last week, there's these dogs dying from eating treats from, vegan strips or whatever from some dog food manufacturer that are made in China, and it's killing the dogs, and it's just awful. We don't go with that. These are all FDA-approved pharmacies. We don't want to find out the hard way that we did something that could hurt somebody. There's a little bit about the competition in the industry here. It's a good read. We're going to talk briefly about the opportunity because I can give you the rundown, but let's talk about the product. For $7.95 a month, you get to cover the whole family. Okay, that's really good. Doesn't matter if you have 20 kids and you get all 65,000 pharmacies plus the national chains. Now, the premium product is $19.95 a month. You might say, well, why would I want that? I'm going to show you. It includes not only the family coverage, but it includes all these discounts. You get all kinds of vacations where you just pay a fee for them to set up your travel, 3-day vacation getaway, and, there's another family vacation getaway, a 7-night resort vacation getaway. You can go look these up. Just come and click on them. And by the way, there's a little movie about them. Even on the homepage, you got a movie that's 1 minute and 40 seconds about what we do. And Mr. Lalamandir scripted those movies with a professional staff that really did a great job preparing these with an overview anyone can follow. 4-day Florida vacation, all-inclusive Caribbean vacation, all kinds of resort deals. But, if you're like me, you might say, I'm not planning a vacation in the next 6 months. I really don't care about that. Well, guess what? There's $1,000 in grocery discounts. We all got to eat. There's golf discounts. Here's a restaurant savings discounts, okay, and grocery discounts. You say, I don't want to eat out that much. That's okay. How about groceries? How about automotive discounts? How about over-the-counter pharmacy discounts? When you go into the pharmacy, you can rack up $20 real quick just buying some cough syrup and some, stuff to get rid of the flu symptoms or whatever you're doing, even if it's not a prescription med. So there's something here that you can use immediately. Car rental, just stuff. Here's more 10,000 different restaurants here on this list, okay, in the USA and Canada. And movie discounts. Surely you'd go to the movies sometimes. So it's really a good deal. And there's something there you can use either now, immediately, or you can use later, like the vacations. But In addition, all those vacations, by the way, you can add other people for the whole vacation trip for like $99, even if you're staying all week long in a Jamaican resort. So some of them are all inclusive, by the way. They include all your meals and drinks. So there's not some sort of scam that's going to rip you off for a bunch of money. You're able to see everything you're going to get. So that's the product. And you can elect for free to become a consultant. If you decide to sign up and join us, you're going to have that option. It's just a little click box that says, I'd like to, be a consultant. The competition, I'll show you out there. I think I kind of covered this in the thing before, you what the discounts are with those things. But the opportunity here is great. And there's an opportunity video so you can share. When you sign up as a consultant, you get your own website just like this. It's replicated and it automatically gives you credits for the two things we do. We're recruiting and we're retailing. We have people calling on large groups of physicians. A friend of mine out in Utah is working on a group of 195 physicians. Well, guess what? They can make a residual income off this by having 80% of their patients that go to the clinic participate in this at $7.95 for the whole family. I mean, it could be a very large family. So this is a great deal. Just one medication more than pays for it. But imagine you had a bunch of kids, and you know how it is with kids. They're going to get sick. That, by the way, that's $7.95 pays upline, 50 cents for 6 levels. But you could have just one entity. Let's say you have a family friend that's using it at $7.95, or you have a whole medical clinic, and they sign up, and all their patients are using it. They could have 1 million patients, and you're going to get 50 cents times 1 million every month, paid over and over. And that same 50 cents goes up 6 levels. So you would make $500,000 a month, so would your sponsor and their sponsor, just up through the genealogical tree. So it's really a neat system. It's a 5x6 matrix. But instead of just kind of going into a lot of details about the matrix, I think it's important really to think of our pay plan this way. If a matrix fills up, our matrix is 5x6, and I'm not going to make you do a bunch of math because you can go on here and you go to medsaverdirect.com and you can read through it, and there's a little 4-minute movie, so you're going to get through it real quickly. Bottom line, you're able to build your matrix and strategically place good people and fill in your matrix, okay? So you can place people, you can let the system place them automatically, and they fill in from left to right like a typewriter, okay? So there's 5 on the first level and then 25 on the second level. It could be from people above you putting in some of those sales, strategically placing because they're trying to fill up their matrices. So when your matrix fills up, you're paid $19,530 a month. So your immediate goal as a MedSaver Direct consultant, which you can elect to just become a consultant for free, you will be targeting that $19,530 a month. We want you to fill up your matrix. And that's really great. So as it grows, you're being paid every Friday. That's really good. You can go log into your back office and see the commissions you're getting. But more importantly, and the best thing about this pay plan, and I'm not going to go into every little detail, but all the people you bring in personally, you get you can get 100% matching bonus on them. So let's say you had 5 people that you brought in personally, and 2 of them were filled up their matrices, which means they're going to get $19,530 a month. Okay, you get 100% match on that, so you would get $19,530 a month yourself from each of those people. If it was 2 of those people were getting that, you would get $19,530 times 2. Maybe it's just $1,000 a month. Maybe it's $500 a month. You're still getting 100% matching bonus. One guy said to me, he said he was going over the pay plan, and he said, well, in order to get the matching bonus, you have to be a senior consultant. And I said, that is true. You also get 50% on the next level and 25% on the next level. He said, well, if I brought in 5 people and that's all I had, and 2 guys were making $19,000 a month, I would be missing out on it because I'm not a senior consultant. And I said, that's true. And he said, that would be really bad. And here's my answer. You need to remember this. I said, well, if you were going to make $19,000 a month just by having 5 more sales at $20 each, is basically $19.95. That's $100. okay, in additional sales per month, a total of $100. And you're going to make $19,000. I think you can figure out how to find those sales one way or another. He said, oh, I got you. So this is meant for everyone to profit from. This isn't some deal where you got to buy $1,500 a month of product and stock it in your garage, or water filters, or be consuming $160 worth of some exotic fruit juice. Now, a lot of those products are fantastic. I've used them, I've consumed them, and they're typically the best in the world. I'm not picking on them, but a lot of people can't afford $120 or $160 a month. And then they say to beat me at the next level, you have to be doing this much volume, which is you've got to sign up 20 people that are all willing to, spend $150 a month on product. And that's hard, okay? This pay plan, you start making money when you sign up 2 people for $19.95 a month. You reach down 3 levels, which is $155, but hey, that's a good deal. And the next, with 5 sales, it reaches down 4 levels, and you can be making $780 a month. And with 10 sales, you can make $19,000 a month, plus you get all the matching bonuses. So it's not a lot of money. There's not a lot of pushback, because a lot of these business opportunities out there, the product is just too expensive for a lot of people. And you're really not helping somebody. They say, well, yes, I am, because if you drink this fruit juice for the next 6 months, you're going to feel better. Chances are that's a true statement. I'm not picking on those companies, but the thing with this compared to that is this works with anything. You could bring this into one of those network marketing companies and say, hey, everyone that needs to save money on medications, you need to get on this. You can just do the $7.95 thing if you want, $7.95 for the whole family. And you're going to, even if you have health insurance, chances are a lot of the prescriptions you're buying are going to be less with this. Then you can go online at the homepage and look it up. So this is different. You're actually putting money in people's pockets that they wouldn't otherwise have. And that is a powerful statement. That's just different than everything else. Instead of you're saying, give me your money, you're saying, no, this is how much you're going to put in your pocket every month if you join this. And they say, yeah, I don't, the catch is I'm going to go do a price check and I got to go through some sign up process. And then you're going to start dinging my credit card every month. No. Go to medsaverdirect.com, click on RX Price Check, and guess what? We don't ask for your name. We don't ask for your credit card. We want you to know it's a good deal without any strings attached. No one gets hurt. I mean, this is incredible, and we're really excited about it. We've just been up and running for a few weeks, and we have leaders that have made millions of dollars in other companies that already have joined us, and they're bringing their best people in. We just see a lot of things happening that are really good. We there's little things we have to do to make it better, and we're always, someone said you need a Q&A link. Well, we're building that. Someone said you need this and that, but we have a big list of those kinds of things. But we're really excited about what's happening because people are getting paid every Friday. Every Friday night at midnight, we do a check process run, and guess what? In the last week, the number of checks doubled over the previous week. So we're excited. Go to medsaverdirect.com, and you should have a link from the person that sent you this, and just click out the RX price check. Maybe you're not on medications like me, but your spouse or someone in your family or your next door neighbor, and you can say, doggone, this is good. Or maybe it's an insurance agent. We have all kinds of doctors and insurance agents that are signing up for this to offer it to people, okay? So it's good timing, too. One last thing about timing. We all know people that aren't the sharpest tool in the drawer, but they made a lot of money doing something, okay? Some of them. And you think, oh, that person's not that sharp. Right time, right place, right product. Timing, okay? The timing is no better for this than right now, ever. You've got, issues throughout the healthcare system that are just changing everything, and it all means people are going to be spending a lot more money, okay? The labor unions aren't providing the coverage they used to. The government agencies aren't providing the coverage they used to. Private industry is not going to do that, and then you have huge blocks of uninsured people or underinsured people or people that have to meet a high deductible like $6,000. That's just money out of their pocket, and they can really save some serious money here. So with that, I'll let you go. Have a great day, and thanks for joining us on the webinar today. Bye-bye.